So this is how I'm going to make the multicolor rose. First, you use a 10-inch ring I got these from Consumer Craft. And I'm going to add to the back, hold on. Gonna make a back for it using the 10-inch 5mm mesh. And so basically, we are going to just trace a line on that bottom rung. And cut it out. And then using 4 zip ties. Which I got from a new place called $1. Just attach the mesh. Like I said, this is 5mm. I got this from Consumer Craft also. And just get them in there. Nice and tight. And normally I do like 2 or 3 of these in a section just to really keep them in place, but I'm just going to make this really quick. So that it looks like this when you're done. Sorry, I've never done a video before, so this is kind of like a test. So I just put this on there. So I used 4 different kinds of mesh. Put it over to the side. This was a light yellow. It's not the variegated like this is. And this blue one and a purple one. And normally I use a wood burner to cut all the mesh, but I'm not going to do a lot of pieces. So I'm just going to mark over here. And in this case, I'm just going to use the scissors. You're going to cut using 10-inch mesh. I'm just going to cut a 10 by 10. You're going to take it and you're going to fold it in like a diamond shape, and then you're going to scrunch it up, and it kind of makes it like a jellyfish. And then using, what did I do with them? My zip tie. I like using zip ties over pipe cleaners because of my hands. I can never get the mesh tight enough. And since these are only $1 a pack, I don't really care. But it is much easier. You do use a lot of zip ties in this. So when you're done, it kind of looks like a jellyfish. I'm trying to get the camera up, and I just don't want you to see me because I look like a hot mess. So it kind of looks like this. And then just cut the back off. And I usually, what I'll do when I'm making something that's going to require a lot of zip ties like this, I make a bunch of these first, zip tie them all, and then I'll go back and you just cut the end off, leaving like a 1/4 inch at the end. So once you have, I think I used 4 per rung. So the rung in between each of these, I put 4 yellow on the bottom of each one. And I just took a zip tie, one that's usually a little bit longer and stronger than the 4-inch. And I just put the zip tie between rung 1 and 2. I can get it in there. Just lay it there. And then I just kind of stuck using this little nubby thing. I just kind of use that to anchor it to the rung. And I'm using the, like I said, I'm using the first rung. And just so you know, I've never made a video of making any wreaths or anything that I've ever done. So this is like first time, and I thought I would just do it real quick to show you how I did it. And pull it really tight. Cut that off. So then like I said, I did 4 per section. And then with the next one, cut another 10-inch piece. There's a rock. And because this is really like kind of cheap mesh that I got from Joann Fabrics, it's really not thick. And I normally do use a wood burner, so it melts the ends and you don't get a lot of fraying. And do the same thing with the blue. You just scrunch it up the center so it kind of looks like this. And take a zip tie. Shove it in. Pull it really tight so that you get this bubble. And if you've ever watched Amber's video where she's making the splatter screen rose, and she does hers with pipe cleaners, but I just can't do it. So once you get this bubble, then you know you've got it right. Cut off the excess on both. Leave about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Get another longer zip tie. Then I went to the second rung and I just kind of stuck it off to the side of that one. I didn't put it right on top. I just went to the next one. Zip ties seem to have a mind of their own. So then I layered it halfway over. Bring the zip tie. Cut that. Then the next layer, which is the 3rd rung on this 10-inch, I'll cut another one 10 inches. Scrunch it over into the center. Take another little zip tie. Pull it really tight. And that's why I like using the zip ties, because I can get them really tight. And if I don't think I have it tight enough, I just take a little pair of these, little like needle nose pliers or whatever they are, and I pull so I make sure it's really tight. Cut this off. Cut the end off. Find another longer zip tie. So then I went to the third rung, and just so you know, what I did was when I first did this, I did all the yellow first, and then I went back and I started layering the blue, like about a ½ inch from each yellow stump. So that kind of gave me that round variegated. So on this one, I'm probably going to go about a ½ inch here to 1 inch. Then I laid this in. This zip tie around. And you can move these, they're still movable on the rungs to get them where you like them. And then just keep folding that in. Take that off. And then for the center, because once you get this all filled in, I mean, it's really tight. I only had probably about a 3-inch diameter to work in. And that's where I started using the purple, and it kind of started standing up as I went around. Then I kind of got some in the middle. But that's kind of like the basic concept. Like I said, again, I did all the yellow first. And I thought, oh, I should have started with the pink first and then went underneath, because it probably would have been a lot easier. But I did all the yellow first. Then I went in and I did the blue. And then once I did the blue, because there was a yellow, so it was all yellow, then all blue. Then I kind of went on top of the yellow with the pink. So I always use the yellow as my gauge where to put the next one. I can show you what the back of this one looks like. Again, I'm sure this is like one of the worst videos you've ever seen. I've never done a video. Let me see if I can get this off of here. So this is basically what the back looks like. It's all zip tied on. And like I said, I did all the yellow first. Then I went in and put the blue on top of the yellow. And then once that was done, you can see where I went in and I put the pink on top of the yellow then. So this is as quickest tutorial I can give you on how I put it together, because I really don't do videos. So you can always, ooh, don't look at me. You can always send me a message on Messenger, and I'll try to answer any questions you have. Talk to you later.